Hello, strangelings. Welcome back to my parlor. Everything's lit. Yeah, y'all know I probably had to do a take two. Don't worry, guys. If I had done any cards, I would have gone all the way through. And, cards and beads, I should say. Either one of those. I'd have gone ahead and gone all the way through and just, put it on the end because you didn't get to see the whole thing. But, yeah. Okay. Who knows what all I was saying, guys, because, you know, I'm in the moment, as always. In the moment, and I have a coffee grounds in my lemonade for some reason. Just one little ground. Alright, guys. I'm going to go ahead and mute the mic. I'm going to do the loud part. Be right back. That sounded like more than 3. I did get it unmuted. Yay! I wasn't sure if I had it unmuted, guys. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I've got, looks like 5 today. There are... I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get some more to drink so I can hopefully clear my throat. Sorry, guys. It's been bad air quality for a few weeks out here, so of course my pollution lung is not really feeling great today. We have 2 faux diamonds. We have an American football. Yes, I said an American football, guys, because the real football actually uses feet, primarily. We have a button. We have a green Q. We have a 0, as in the number. These tiny squares are numbers. And we have this almost neon green E-bead. It's an E-size bead. Don't mind my funky nails right now. I got in the mood to paint them, but I'm not great at painting them, so then I changed my mind, and I haven't fully taken the fingernail polish off before I can do the nails I want. Alright, guys. Sorry about all the throat clearing. Again, it's kind of all a part of pollution lung. I don't really have much choice in it. Yeah. So, here we go. So, this is going to be a reading. The hopefully more identifying markers is an American football, a button, a green Q, a 0, a neon E-bead, a neon green E-bead, sorry, and 2 false diamonds. So, yeah. One thing I am not, guys, is I am not one of those people who's just going to keep pulling out beads and sitting here. I've seen readers do this so much where they'll... I'm not going to mute it for this because I'm going to talk. Where they'll stick their hands in there and they're just going like this with their hands. And then pulling out like this. Oh, yeah. Here's... And they'll just keep pulling out and keep pulling out and keep pulling out until, you know... I've seen some... I've clocked them for pulling beads out for almost 30 minutes. And if you're going to stick your hand in there, guys, you can feel what you're actually pulling out. You can feel which ones you're getting into your hand. It's a lot like shuffling the cards face up, you know? That's why I do it the way I do it, guys. I get 3 or more. There's a certain point where I'll say no. I don't think I'll get more than 9. I haven't gotten more than 6 yet. So we'll see if I'll go past 6. But, yeah. I mean, like I say, guys, it's part of the reason why I have this channel and my other 2 channels is because I'm bringing more honesty with my channels. I'm showing you guys very honest card readings. You guys can see everything that's going on at this point because of the beautiful camera angle I finally got by just working around my furniture in my little space here. So now you guys can see literally everything that I'm doing on my desk. And I like to bring you guys these little facts about the cons that a lot of these charlatans bring in. Fighting spiritual psychosis is one of the biggest jobs a Bohemian Gypsy has in life. That's all there is to it. Okay, and I thought, actually, the other day that I might go ahead and just shuffle these both up right away. So we don't have to wait for the shuffling of these before you guys actually get to see the outcome. Maybe a smoother read once I do that. I always want to shuffle in front of you guys. I always want you guys to know that my cards are not stacked. And how badly I shuffle, honestly. I have been actually considering getting a mini deck. A mini deck is in like a fourth the size of this deck here. And the shuffle on that would be kind of interesting because if I ever used that deck, I would have to literally just put them all face down and then go like this to do a shuffle, which is actually a Gypsy Way 2 shuffle. And then one more time real quick. Okay, and I will probably give that one more shuffle just before I toss them, just because, you know, make sure it's nice and comfortable. All right, so let's get this reading and see what I need to be telling someone with an American football, a button, a green Q, a 0, and a neon green E-bead with 2 false diamonds. Okay, do it right there. All right, now I'll look up at my monitor now that I've done shuffled. 1, 2, interesting. So the person I'm talking to right now, when at the opening of what we are asking about, this event in your life, you were someone who was, in a way, on the move. Now, of course, I'm not getting any particular reading at the moment as far as if it's physically on the move or psychological / emotionally on the move. But you were on the move. You were moving forward. You were coming to a point where you were understanding the world around you. And you were beginning to build a life where you felt there was cause to celebrate. That's what I see here. Oh, this is where we are now. Okay, this is the second week in a row that I've read. Obviously, I didn't read last week, but the week before, it's a little confusing. It's a little muddied in the water as to what these mean exactly. So, this is present day. Present day and beyond, it says essentially okay, hold on guys, hold on. I'm gonna have to do like I did last week and get a little bit of clarity on this, because I don't know exactly what we're talking about here. There's a couple of I'm getting an idea of what we're talking about here, but it's so dramatically different than where you're at right now, because you're at the building the world around you kind of stage. You're at building a community and all right now, and you literally were on the move. You were understanding the world around you and coming to a point where you are building community. That's where you started with this. But after the present, it's so diametrically opposed to what direction you were actually trying to move in. So I need to find out what it is that gets us here, because this would seem to be a warning. But if it's a warning, I feel the need to know what we're warning about. So much for smooth and quick, guys. And you know what? I think it's more because I tried to make it smooth and quick today. That it wants to give me something that I'm going to have to actually work for a little bit more. But the story that the statistics of my brain is bringing up right now, it doesn't quite make sense with the context that's going on. So let me oh, interesting. So okay, so I think what I'm seeing here is you are trying to build your world, your community, your family, your tribe, however you choose. You're building yourself a safety net of other people, to not only, commiserate and commune with, but also to make sure that you have that help in your life, because that's exactly what community is about, right? So what I'm seeing here is you are seemingly choosing to go it alone, really. You are trying to build up that community, but you don't seem to be trying to get any help to build that community. You seem to be, I don't know if you're a loner, excuse me, or if circumstances have made you feel like you are alone. But however it goes, you are trying to do it by yourself. And by yourself, according to the cards today, is the hardest path you can take. And it's a very lonely road, because sure, you're here to pick up the pieces and turn something good into those pieces, but at what cost? With how much effort? Especially if you're doing it by yourself. So this is probably a warning, because doing it by yourself leaves you out in the cold. Sure, you on the surface seem like you've got all these great things, like you've done all these great things, like you are, this is a man sitting in a trophy room. He's displaying his trophies somewhere where they are showing power to the people around him, but he is allowed to be humble amongst his trophies because he knows that they are there. He knows that they are safe behind him because anybody would have to pass him to get to them. So you're putting off the appearance of this man in the trophy room while you're going through it. Yeah, it's trying to tell you not to. This is going to lead it to heartache after heartache after heartache, whether it's business failure, whether it's you're having trouble finding your partner, in business or in love or any other realm of life. And yes, business and love are not the only two realms. Just another pet peeve of mine from readers. So it's going to lead to a lot of heartache. And you're going to be at the mercy of the wheel the whole time. Because you are putting so much burden on yourself, really, that you can't really... It's not that you can't handle this, but it's that you have yet to recognize it's the kind of burden you should not handle on your own. You should not force yourself into handling on your own. Because that comes with consequences. That comes with prices that may be too high to pay right now. Especially right now. Especially if you're trying to build the community. Because if you're trying to build your community, this you putting all of that on yourself right now means that you don't have the energy to then live in this community in a way that is healthy for not only the community, but especially for you. Give that one more toss, one more shuffle real quick before I toss. Okay. Okay. That is not... No. I will take him, the one that just was the face of that whole spin over, but not the rest of you guys. Actually, we will put him, because my hand was right here, so we will put him right here, which puts that one just a hair closer to you, whoever I'm reading for, than me, just in case it's a distance. Why are y'all turning in my hand right now? Only one. Okay. That was the second one. Actually, because that was the second one, let me do it that way. So I'm reading it in order. Some of them want to, but they don't know how, if they really want to. And as I'm really getting to know these cards, there is not only distance from the person I'm reading for on the cards, but also which side of the card, if it comes out actually like this, which side of the card physically is facing the person I'm reading for. So, okay. They all just wanted to spin in my hand. Sorry, guys. All right. That's that. All right. The pig, whether near or far, is an omen of phenomenal luck and great abundance, high honors, and all ambitions attained, which lends to You're going through it, but you're putting on the face of the man in the trophy room. Hand in hand indicates when in close proximity to 38, 39, 42, or 47. Okay. When near 45. Okay. And near 48. So, all right, so far we have an omen of phenomenal luck, great abundance, high honor, and all ambitions attained. And confiding disposition. So it lends to the fact that you are abundant even if you're going through it, and that confiding in someone is really how this works. Instead of going this way, it works to your favor. And the last one is 29. The mouse denotes loss by theft. It denotes recovery after great difficulty. Well, it wasn't distant, so we can't, I'm not going to go further with that one then. So, perhaps it's even further. If you can't come to this position, you'll end up with a loss, as if a theft. Or perhaps this is why you have trouble here, gaining the confidence to actually confide in someone else. Or perhaps because of it, this isn't somebody on the field. This isn't you gathering the resources of the field so that you can continue to grow that abundance. Perhaps this is someone else gathering those resources while you are not fully present because you don't have your partner helping you, whoever that's supposed to be. I'm not sure. But it indicates that somewhere in this, well, it came out third though. So it really makes me feel like it's more like this. And this is kind of a warning here. This. I don't know. I honestly have not had a read quite like this, guys. This is kind of. Let me adjust this here for what it actually feels like is going on. I'm not sure where this theft goes in. I feel like it's maybe something like this. Honestly, this is how I feel that the spread should go. This is my actual feeling on it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You know how this works. I don't necessarily know. Now, what I'm saying isn't nonsense in general, so this is just kind of how it feels like it's supposed to go. It feels like this is to this day, and that you still have this phenomenal luck coming in. You still have high honors. You still have all your abundance attracted. but your choice is kind of between being in a confiding mindset or working on your own. And that working on your own has a little spider on it right now, actually, that is now walking over number 24 here. That's crazy, guys. This is a tiny, teeny baby that just landed on this card and walked across. I don't know. I don't know. Signs and omens are hit or miss with me, but that's odd. That's odd, especially with such an odd layout for this reading. But that back to what I was saying, but that going it alone now denotes a theft, by the way. This doesn't just mean someone else stole from you. Guys, you can steal from yourself. That's why sometimes the cards come out as warnings. You can steal from yourself by not giving enough to your own future and to the things you need to go right in your future to rob yourself of the better path that you should be on. That is an actual thing. So this could be just you choose to go it alone, and you're going to be going through the hardest path, robbing yourself of so much. You're going to have so much strife, and you're going to be on that battlefield while everyone else is walking away, broken, defeated, and tired of the battle. You're going to sit there and feel like you have no choice but to collect up the wastrels of battle to continue your abundance, probably. That's what it feels like in the way it feels like it should be spread. And that's going to put you through it. You're gonna have, but you're also going to be going through it. You're going to go through a lot of heartache, financially, emotionally, physically, and you're going to be at the mercy of the wheel. And let me tell you guys, I know some of these things around the wheel make it look like you might want to be there. But trust me, they all have their dangers when you are a prisoner of the wheel, when you're stuck on the wheel, when you have no choice. All of them have their dangers, including, for anybody who actually believes they're good, including this angel here. This angel also has their dangers. That's why we never want to be at the mercy of the wheel. Don't mind, guys. All right, guys. I am going to go ahead and take a picture of this layout and get out of here. So give me just a moment. All right, Strangelings. Well, that's your reading for the week. I hope it finds whoever it's meant for, obviously. You all know, I really want everybody's just best if possible. Not only from you guys, but for you guys, you know? Because if we are doing our best, not only for ourselves, but for everybody around us, obviously our best is going to work better for us too, right? The greediest thing you guys can do is help each other. Alright, guys. So, I'm going to get out of here. Remember, I love you no matter who you are. Take care of each other. And I'll see you guys in the next video.